Hello all. Today I will be focusing on the opioid epidemic for my Creating Change in the Community project. I was in a solo group and my name is Brandy Baker. In this presentation, I will review some facts about opioids and how it turned into an epidemic, along with how I attempted to create change in my community. As an introduction, opioids are a class of drugs that includes heroin, fentanyl, and other prescription pain relievers. They are highly addictive and are very difficult to detox from. Opioids work by blocking pain signals between the brain and the body. While they are prescribed to treat pain, it often causes individuals to become relaxed, happy, or high. I chose to highlight the opioid epidemic because it's something that has affected my family and friends. I've lost several family members and friends to opioids, and it's a very difficult process to watch from the sidelines as well as be a part of. Opioids are extremely dangerous and very highly addictive. I think in most cases, people who become addicted never had the intention of becoming addicted and unfortunately fell into misusing their prescription pain relievers. There's also a lack of well-known resources. Most people who are struggling with addiction aren't aware of the types of resources that are available to individuals who are low income or even at no cost at all. I also chose this because I was inspired by Art Castro, who is lost in Phoenix on TikTok and YouTube, who goes around Phoenix and meets with people who are struggling with blues abuse or fentanyl abuse, which is an opioid, and talk to them about how it's affected their lives and if they would like to pursue treatment. For the nature of the opioid epidemic, I thought it would be beneficial to share some statistics that were inspiring to me. The National Institute on Drug Abuse said that nationally, opioids are responsible for 72% of all overdose deaths, and that over 10 million people abuse opioids every year. Almost 50,000 people die every year from opioid abuse. From Arizona's Department of Health Services, doctors write enough prescriptions in Arizona for 50.7% of all residents to have one. Arizona also has an 8.9% above national average death rate due to opioids. Opioids have been used throughout history, but prescription medication abuse began in the 1990s, and usage started to increase in 2017. Most individuals never planned on being addicted, but unfortunately fell into a toxic cycle of misusing their prescribed medications. Opioids are highly addictive, and many individuals become addicted before they even realize it. They also aren't aware of the difficult side effects that come along with detoxing off of these medications. Contributing to the cause is also the lack of resources. Many individuals who are addicted only are aware of the resources that cost a lot of money to go to rehab or to seek treatment, when actually there are resources available for lower amounts of money or even at no cost. Ways to create change and awareness on social media immediately made me think of educating our audience. Most individuals aren't aware of how addictive the drugs are, or that there is counseling, detox, and rehabilitation options available to them. Most people who are in addiction struggle with seeking treatment, with one admitting to the addiction, but also due to the high cost of going to an in-person treatment facility or pursuing counseling. Also, to raise awareness about the side effects and even the risk of death. Coming off of opioids is very difficult and is very taxing on the body and the mind. Oftentimes, when people will come off of opioids, they easily slip back into use and then think that they can go back into their normal routine and accidentally overdose because they're not used to their body's tolerance being reduced. My approach to raise awareness on social media was to use Instagram. I selected Instagram because of the large audience as well as the visual engagement. For the content that I chose to post, I shared staggering statistics from Arizona as well as some recovery resources. Specifically in Arizona, over the last 3 years, there has been 10,635 opioid deaths, and 78,831 overdoses. I chose to share that statistic because while it's unfortunately very sad, it has grabbed your attention and hopefully engages the reader to review the resources. In an attempt to institute change, I followed groups and organizations on Instagram that help support with substance abuse and opioid abuse. I provided direct links in my post to the resources available, as well as I collected clothing and toiletries to donate to those who are struggling with addiction. In determining if I was a success at implementing change, I feel it's a bit of a mixed bag. While my Instagram post didn't reach as many individuals as I had hoped it would, it did reach some. I had less than 20 likes. And looking back, there's some changes that I would probably have done to that post that we'll review here shortly. In addition to the Instagram post, I also collected donations from my family and friends of clothes and toiletries to be donated, and I actually got quite a bit and was able to donate that material to hopefully help those in need. If I had the chance to do this again, I would post on multiple social media platforms outside of Instagram. I feel like this would have allowed me to reach a larger audience. I would also have created several different posts rather than just one with multiple resources. I would have created a post individually for different statistics as well as each individual resource because it may reach a larger audience and also has the possibility of being shared more often. I also would have shared or highlighted other supporters and organizations that offer available resources to those who are struggling. In conclusion, I've learned that there are many resources available to all individuals who are struggling, even if it's outside of opioids, with varying price points. I found many resources that were free or had a sliding scale for those individuals with lower incomes. This also reminded me to never misuse medication or share your medication with others. While there are often times when we don't finish medications that were prescribed and a close family member or friend may become sick and need those medications, they shouldn't be shared with them, and if they need them, they should seek doctor's help. Also, I would encourage all of you to check out Lost in Phoenix on TikTok and YouTube. He offers really great material in associating how bad the actual epidemic is in Phoenix and in the nation, but also associating the cause with some faces, and I hope that it would be inspiring. Thank you for listening to me tonight.